Not gonna lie, ever since this Kendrick and Drake beef, I've been really questioning Drake's position in hip hop. And not because he lost the beef, because let's keep it a buck. Going against Kendrick, you better bring your everything. And that one video he did with the van, some of his best bars, raps. But I want to talk about something else, because one, Kendrick watched them, that's not up for debate. Here's why I think Drake's position in hip hop is detrimental to hip hop itself. Now, the way I look at hip hop, it is a music-based fighting style, a frequency that can penetrate and change a whole lot of things by creating chaos when it's used for that purpose. Music in general is a frequency that can be used to heal, express, relate. Hip hop being a genre, an expression that was birthed by blacks in America, you can see how it was used to organize and establish position in many instances in black culture. Need I even go into any examples? Like, for instance, the U.S. government already wasn't liking the fact that DJs would go to the record store, buy the record, loop the beat break, and then start rapping. They were like, this has to be some type of copyright infringement. Let's prevent the Negroes from progressing. When it went to the Supreme Court, they're like, nope, because they bought their own copy and it's not the master copy. And they're creating a new work by finding the part of the beat that they can loop and thus creating a new song out of it. And record labels then tried to go after producers and rappers to control how music is used in this fashion. But black folks didn't mind pivoting. We always iOS updated when they brought the pressure. And as the industry tried to buy out producers, there were rappers exploding everywhere. What has it grown into? Commercialized success. People that have talent are able to be given position and opportunities to make a lot of money. But Drake being number one, as an actor, he's come in and he has championed the rap game in a lot of ways. But hip hop favors the authentic. The culture favors the authentic. It's in the fabric of what hip hop is even about. But once you are established in a position where you go from popular to now you're able to market and manipulate not only your image and your success and your numbers. Granted, you still got to make some pretty decent music. But once you're able to do that, you are now in a new position to where you have a faux frequency. I'm going to coin that. It's a faux frequency because people think you lit because of the ad dollars and everything like that you spent. But the question is, would your frequency be able to penetrate without the added enhancements? No, I'm not saying that people can't market. No, I'm not saying that people can't target their audience. But the number one thing Kendrick is criticized for is how he shows up, drops an album, and then leaves. But yet every time he comes back, he's respected, upheld, and uplifted because of the authenticity that he contributes to the culture. Real hip hop. Drake just never leaves. He just never leaves. And the reason I believe that's damaging to the culture is because it gives the impression that as long as you can stay in people's faces and portray a certain image, you will always be able to make it. Is this true? Pretty much. But it's become true because of people like Drake in his position. And when he's in a position where he's being fed by Lucian, it has a multi-generational effect where it goes into the narrative that this is how you dominate. And people care less and less and less about being authentic and real to the people that you serve. You can be a whole nother person behind closed doors and you no longer have to touch the people. Now, I don't think it's required for everybody to use music or hip hop in this way. Like, it's a vast genre and we shouldn't limit it to anything really. But when you put somebody like Drake at number one and he stays at number one and nobody can reach that number one authentically, it's just anti-hip hop to me. And as I look up, I'm ready for Drake to be knocked off his square and to make room for some authentic people to come up and to change the culture. I don't like this celebrity culture anymore. It's trash. The people behind the celebrity are trash. And I can't remember who said it. It was a guy that I swiped on my For You page and he was just singing a song about how celebrities are trash. It's our fault for endorsing them, but also it's like getting a controller from your older cousin that don't really work and is not plugged in. Like the game really wasn't designed for you to win in the first place, but just to feel like you're a playing contributor. But nonetheless, we still picked up the controller. So my solution is, if we want to see less of this, we got to demand more authenticity and rawness from up and coming artists. I'm so tired of these stories about the streets. I'm so tired of these stories about the struggle. There's struggle, there's streets. However, find a different way to tell your damn story. Tired of hearing about how many girls you knock down. I'm tired of hearing how many different drugs that you take that you probably really don't even take like that, Future. This doesn't just go for Drake. I just feel like him being number one naturally has allowed people to want to emulate that formula, not realizing that it just strips them of all authenticity. And because the culture watches it, we start to value authenticity less and less and less. But I'm sick of it. I value authenticity. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think Drake still deserves to be in his position and that he is doing a service to hip hop and the music industry by being in the position he is? Or do you think it's time for him to get out the way? A more authentic talent to be at the top? Let me know your thoughts.